Eastside Dave McDonald.
Go out to New York City, find a homeless guy, murder him, Batman snuff rises.
Chris Pepper Stanley.
Jedi,
So much
the best
better.
one. I'm sorry I don't like the second one the best like everyone else.
Sean O. Barry.
This is what you get in my house with spilling paint in the garage. Do I stutter?
Roy Schaefer Harder.
I was ready to don a Yankee outfit and go bash people's brains and run through the streets.
They are the movie experts. They are the movie masters. They are the Watchers.
Woo! Here we are. All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, we are here. All right. Thank you, Roy. Yes, we are the Watchers. This is your monthly movie show hosted by us, the Watchers. That's right. Eastside Dave McDonald, Chris Pepper Stanley, Sean O'Barry, and Roy Schaefer Harder. We constitute your movie and television experts. We are the Watchers.
Yeah.
Woo-wee. Let's get right into it. Comic-Con happened over this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And this is the big movie extravaganza where anything that's going to be a huge pop culture film seems to be involved with. And, of course, that means the unveiling of a lot of Star Wars stuff, and I could not be happier. The guys, by the way, a little shout-out to our friends at Rebel Force Radio, Jimmy Mack and Jason Swank, and I've come to get
Swank.
to know Swank. That's Pepper's favorite, but hold on, there's also Big Steve. He's been there.
He's my favorite.
Do you like? Oh, that's Roy's favorite, and Sean O. I'm sure you're a big David W. Collins fan.
Am I ever? Anyone
So,
with a W middle initial.
I love them all. Although I have a Twitter relationship with Mr. Jimmy Mack. So, and we both work at 95.9. So how about that in actual radio? But they revealed a 4-minute featurette on the making of Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, and some new footage was shown, and
Not
people
that
talking.
much, though.
Oh, there was some good new stuff. What do you mean? What are you
They
skeptical?
kept going on about how, practical effects. I get it. Practical effects. It was just a fucking trailer to say, oh, hey, we're not using that much CGI. That's all it was. Didn't you realize that while you were watching it? I'm not shitting on the movie. I'm just shitting on that featurette or whatever that they put together.
I thought that featurette was absolutely beautiful.
Well, it was disgusting.
I started crying, and I don't know what kind of Debbie Downer juice you drank between the Davy Mack Sports Program and the Watchers.
Seriously. Yeah, he got angry.
But between the shows,
They couldn't make a trailer of new footage. They had to just put together some bullshit behind the scenes crap about how they're not using green screens as much. Come on, man.
clearly you were all tanked up when you saw this featurette. Okay, Meng, clearly you didn't see what I saw. How about that one shot that looked awesome of the camera filming J.J. Abrams and his crew and then turning to the left very slowly to reveal the Chrome Trooper with the prisoner, which will be a shot in the movie. It was an awesome shot, but it was also it was incredible to see director into movie all in one frame there. It looked great.
Dude, I wanted a goddamn Batman versus Superman type trailer, 3.5 minutes long. We can see a whole bunch of crazy shit.
We've gotten that.
Them sucking their own dicks, saying oh man, we figured it out. People don't like CGI anymore. Duh.
No. We've gotten that. I think we're in a mode now in Star Wars land where we don't need to be now getting as much. We had the Vanity Fair article. We've had 2 trailers, okay, 2. And the second one was absolutely and utterly epic. We don't need to be – I don't need any more spoilers. I liked seeing old Mark Hamill talking about, the practical effects.
Practical effects.
Dude, they had – how about that big kind of he was a big fat, almost like Jabba the Hutt, but if Jabba the Hutt had arms and legs with some hot alien chick.
Yeah, I saw them ripping off Jabba the Hutt. Yes, I saw that.
Oh, you are a cynical bastard. So you're taking down what was truly the greatest experience, probably the greatest featurette I've ever seen.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Holy
ever.
shit, Dave. That's pretty big.
And Harrison Ford was there. He was on hand at Comic-Con because everyone knew that Mark Hamill would probably be there and maybe Carrie Fisher. J.J. Abrams, of course, would be there. But, yes, Han Solo himself was there, and he was saying he was proud and grateful to once again be involved. And I'm thinking, if you read between the lines and kind of look around and feel the vibe, I'm thinking Han Solo gets whacked. Again, this isn't a spoiler alert. This is just me guessing at what's going to happen in The Force Awakens. But I feel like Han Solo is going to finally get the axe.
I feel like they're all going to get whacked. I feel like all the old people are just going to be in the first one, and then they'll just be the young kids for 8 and 9. Because Disney doesn't give a shit really about the story; they just care about extending this franchise to another 15 movies. And why would they?
Exactly right.
Why would they pin all?
Roy, you're a bastard. You know that,
Why
Roy?
would they pin all their hopes and dreams on old Mark Hamill, old Harrison Ford, old Carrie Fisher? They could use them then kill them off. And then bam, then they got a bunch of young assholes doing God knows what with lightsabers, fucking themselves in the ass with them.
Hey, Roy.
Couple rides, speak with it.
Roy, will you stop being such an agreeable fucking jerk with Pepper?
Roy, aren't I telling the fucking truth?
This is the first time you're actually spewing the truth.
Roy, I hate you.
I am a liar.
I will give him that. You know, me and Pepper normally go head to head on pretty much anything, right?
Yeah, we 69 constantly.
But this one we are in
head to head would imply that you sword fight. Actually,
yeah, this one our heads are touching.
Yeah, we rub our cockheads against each other.
Yeah, you rub them and then you piss.
Then we get hard.
Piss holes.
There you go.
Then we get
you
hard.
exchange urine, which is really hot. You exchange piss. That would be cool, right?
God, that's sexy.
Well, then riddle me this, Pepper Man.
Riddle me this.
If they don't care about the old people, why they say that they've signed Billy D. Williams to recreate Lando for Episode 8?
Because old people go to Disneyland too. They need to get a little bit of the capture the old crew as well. It's like
Pepper just said 30 seconds ago, Roy, that they only care about the young people.
That's what they care about.
But they care about the old people.
You misunderstood, Pepper. He said they have to continue to lure young people in.
Thank you, Roy. Thank you very much.
Both you guys are numbskulls, and you're shitting all over.
Yeah, you're a cum skull.
Star Wars. I am a
Pepper. I was about to jump on that one too.
I actually use that as my hairstyling product. That's why my hair looks so good these days.
I know you do.
Cum skull?
Like there's something about Mary type of fucking look that I go for. Now, so that's one. Now the Jurassic World, which has made $590 million.
Yeah, that's a piece of shit, though. Come on.
That's your runaway, though, film of the summer, my friend.
Yeah, that's the one that makes some money, but man, what a piece of garbage.
Did you see it?
I saw it. Yeah, I saw it last weekend, actually.
And what were your opinions?
I couldn't believe it. I was like, man, this is the one. This is the one that's breaking all these records. I was really surprised.
What didn't you like about it?
Well, there was only one really good action scene, the dinosaur battle, but everything else was just like, it bored me. Just bored me.
You know, the one thing that sort of irritated me was the teenager who wasn't looking out for his little brother because he was interested in girls and texting.
Yeah. Right.
And it was so like cliche, like
nice
where we are
commentary.
Right. Well, yeah, it was too present to like exactly where we are in 2015. He's got to be like on Tinder, swiping right and stuff. And you're like, dude, in 3 years, no one's gonna even remember what Tinder is, and your obsession with your cell phone is gonna look so dated. Like that bothered me. But I don't know. I actually liked it. I like that Chris Pratt. In fact,
Chris Pratt's great.
If they do I mean, Disney will do they've announced they're going to do a Indiana Jones reboot after they concentrate for the next 4 years on Star Wars. And at which point I say, Chris Pratt's probably the leading guy for the job. Is there anyone else who would get that position?
Not right now.
Jesus, so they're going to take 4 years just to do Star Wars, and then after that 4 years, they're just going to resurrect another franchise. When are there going to be newer franchises to come out of anything? Has there been a new franchise in the last 10 years?
You don't think that the film next year, okay, because Star Wars Episode 7 comes out in 2015. Mm-hmm. 2016 is one of what they're calling the what are they called? The anthology films, which is essentially the standalone films.
Comic books.
No, nothing to do with comic books whatsoever. But they're just standalone films, and the first one is going to be a Star Wars Rogue One about it's like a Dirty Dozen big ensemble cast about a bunch of bounty hunters who were given the task to steal the plans for the Death Star and thus hand them over to the rebels shortly before Episode 4.
Yeah,
okay?
This is definitely a comic book.
That sounds great to me, Pepper. You don't like the way that sounds? A Dirty Dozen in Star Wars?
I don't know. Obviously, I like the Dirty Dozen, but I don't know if it's going to translate well in the Star Wars universe, man. I don't know. Like, I'll have to see. Like, the concept is kind of cool, but I don't know if it's just going to be too ridiculous in the Star Wars universe.
I think that sounds great. I think it's like Inglourious Bastards with Star Wars. It sounds fantastic.
Speaking of Comic-Con, you saw that Tarantino took the Hateful Eight to Comic-Con. It had like a 7-minute featurette. But that was a better featurette than the goddamn Star Wars one, introducing all the characters of Hateful Eight.
You didn't see it? I didn't see it. So how could you possibly say it was better if you didn't see it?
So you'd rather watch a 2-minute long bullshit behind the scenes Star Wars.
Star Wars was 4.
Than a 7-minute long Tarantino footage from his movie that he cut together for Comic-Con.
Well, the thing about the Tarantino, no, listen, I mean, they're apples and oranges, but the Tarantino thing, I'll get to see all that footage in the movie itself. He took actual film footage from the Hateful Eight, spliced it together. Yes, character intros of 7 minutes long. We're going to get to see that in the movies. We're not going to get to see Mark Hamill talking to the characters, or like I said, an awesome shot in the Star Wars featurette of the camera on J.J. Abrams panning to the left, and then, whoa, there's a Chrome Trooper with a prisoner. We're not going to get to see that. So actually, in terms of something that we will not see, the Star Wars featurette was more original than what Quinn. But I did hear that the best panel by far was the Tarantino panel that had Michael Madsen and Kurt Russell, and just it sounded like everyone was all drunk and getting all Roy Schaefer'd out and loopy and high on Quaaludes and doing all that kind of thing. And
You're just thinking of the Wolf of Wall Street. That wasn't Comic-Con.
And that panel sounded fantastic. I wish I was there. One of these days I'm going to go to Comic-Con. I swear to God.
Why? It's just waiting on lines and seeing trailers that you can watch at home fucking 5 minutes after they get played at Comic-Con.
We should probably get a table over there. We probably get a couple of visitors.
Who the hell would come to see the Watchers, bro?
No,
I don't know.
Roy's on to something. I like
no,
this.
No.
I got a folding table.
If my mom had a choice between us and Tarantino, she would choose Tarantino. Hell, she'd choose Michael Madsen. She would choose Mr. Blonde over us.
I wonder how much a table could cost at Comic-Con.
Probably $1 zillion. I don't have that statistic.
No, you got all those anime characters walking around.
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of cosplay chicks. Well, actually, speaking of which, because chicks love doing the cosplay as Princess Leia from Jedi. When if you're a woman, you have to dress up in the Jabba the Hutt bikini thing where she's on the sail barge and she's dressed in the bikini. She's a sex slave or whatever the hell's going on there. And I don't know if you guys saw this, but there was a dad in New Jersey, and I'm embarrassed for the Garden State on this one. After being so proud of Mike Trout from New Jersey winning the MLB All-Star Game and Todd Frazier of New Jersey winning the Home Run Derby, this guy he's terrible. He's giving the Garden State a bad name. He's a guy in his late 40s. He brings his daughters into Target. The daughters then see one of the Star Wars action figures that has Princess Leia in a bikini from Return of the Jedi with the chain around her neck. And the daughters, for whatever reason, think it's like an S&M weird toy or something. And they ask the dad, so the dad takes the package and complains to Target.
Yeah, this is occurring all over the world. First the Confederate flag, and now the Star Wars action figures. Yeah, I'm telling you. Here it comes.
I don't see how you compare the two. One was a symbol of slavery.
Was it, though?
The other one was Princess Leia.
Oh,
I mean, I guess she was a space slave. She was a Hutt slave, I suppose.
Sex slave.
She was a Tatooine slave, but yeah, that. But again, none of those type of slaves are real, Roy. Whereas, African American slaves actually happened in America.
Oh yeah, of course. But what does that have to do with Star Wars?
I don't know. You brought it up.
I'm totally with Roy on this one. I don't get it, Roy.
Seriously, you know what I think of Confederate flag? I think of the Dukes of Hazzard. That's it.
I don't think it's Star Wars
You're a
at
really
all.
well-cultured Long Island guy. You're making a good case for Long Island people aren't all fucking right of Hitler.
Am I wrong? Do I stand alone on this one?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
all right.
you do.
Okay.
Well, the rest of us don't think of only the Dukes of Hazzard. We also think of the Confederates. I
also think of Willie Nelson too. I think of Willie Nelson.
yeah. Willie Nelson and not Skinnerd, huh?
No, not Skinnerd. I think of Willie Nelson. But
see, if I had to choose a musical act in Confederate flag, I would go Skinnerd over Willie.
Skinnerd's a good one, yeah. But I have to say, well, Willie's from Texas, so I don't know if the flag goes that far.
Well, how about this? How about Kid Rock saying, he's doing it at his show? This guy's from Detroit.
Yeah,
South of Rise again, baby. Kid Rock.
So Detroit's in the South?
The South is going to rise to Michigan.
South Detroit is pretty fucking south.
Where have I been all these
gotta
years?
rise
I
to
didn't
the
realize
north.
Michigan was below the Mason-Dixon line.
You're
I guess
so
my
northern as
geography.
pussy.
Well, no wonder I failed third grade geography. I always thought Michigan was north. He says he won't take it down during his concerts.
Good for him. It's a flag. Come on.
Anyway, so I feel like this dad's an asshole. You do agree with me. And by the way, the Target released a statement saying literally this is the only guy who has ever complained about Princess Leia. Why? Because this is the exact costume of her in the movie.
Oh my God, that's so fantastic.
Like if you, sir, you middle-aged weirdo, and your creepy daughters think it's some sort of S&M action figure, then that's on you. You're a bad parent, and your daughters are clearly getting ready to become underage prostitutes. But the rest of us actually have seen Return of the Jedi and know that that's the exact costume. So leave Target alone for their action figure. The one thing I'm not excited for, even though Danny Aykroyd has a new part in it and was all excited about it and stuff, is the new Ghostbusters movie.
Excited for it?
No. And I'm not saying this in a sexist type of way.
Because there's holes in it? Is that what your problem is?
No, I'm not. Kristen Wiig is very funny, and I don't really care necessarily for the portly one, the big one. What's her name?
McCarthy?
Yeah, Melissa McCarthy just seems like a female. She's a female Chris Farley, for crying out loud. She literally does the Chris Farley.
Yeah, she must. Yeah.
She came in during the Saturday Night Live 40th anniversary or whatever, 50th, whatever the hell
Even as El Nino.
She did the Matt Foley thing.
Down by the river?
I got the El Nino.
Thank you.
In a van.
I think everyone in that during that scene or during that piece, everyone came in like doing homages or whatever to past Saturday Night Live characters.
Yeah, but when you're already kind of are like,
who else was going to do that? Will Ferrell?
Anyone. How about someone with a penis? I mean, it was
You're
terrible.
A misogynist.
That's sexist,
you are.
David. That's very sexist.
No, you are. Is that what we're gonna do, Confederate flag boy?
Yeah.
Dan Aykroyd.
Don't you get mad at Confederate flag boy? That's my friend.
Yeah. See.
So you guys are on the same page with this Confederate flag issue?
100%.
Yeah. See that?
All right.
Change the name of the show to the Confederate flag program.
We are not. I wanted to go
united.
on the record. Shawno, don't touch the name of the title on this show, okay?
No,
please.
but I'm going to record it, though. It's going to be good stuff.
Shawno Barry, where are you on this Confederate flag issue?
I don't give a shit about the goddamn Confederate flag. I don't even care. I don't fly flags. Who cares?
I don't fly flags. That's Shawno Barry. You should isolate that. Can you replace your little, your sound bite for the Watchers intro instead of, can you come and get in my car or whatever? What are you actually doing on our intro, by the way, for the Watchers? What is that quote that you're doing?
It's from Breakfast Club. This is what you get in my house for spilling paint in the garage. Do I stutter? That's when Bender shows Emilio Estevez his cigar scar on his forearm. And he explains to him, this is what you get in my house for spilling paint in the garage.
That's so weird hearing him say that without the music behind it.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's the guy who says the thing in the beginning of the show.
Now when I watch The Breakfast Club, I'm gonna think the principal is ripping Sean O off.
It's not the principal. It's Bender. It's fucking Judd Nelson.
I'm gonna be like, somehow they must have had access to a time traveling machine because they're ripping off Sean O'Barry. All right, so Sean O'Barry, he doesn't fly flags apparently.
Yeah. Fuck a flag.
Oh, I want to mention this because we are the watchers, and sometimes it's our responsibility to report about what's going on. And I think we'll get back to Comic-Con with the Batman stuff in a second. But while it's fresh on my head, I just saw a documentary that everyone needs to watch out for. It's really good. It's called Atari Game Over. Has anyone seen this?
I have seen it actually with the when they're digging up the video
yes!
in the junkyard.
I've actually also seen it, Dave.
So. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What about E.T.?
Yes. Yep. Did you see it?
No, but everyone knows that story.
Yeah, I've seen
No.
I've seen the documentary.
No one knows that fucking story.
I didn't know
that
story,
story.
Pepper. Okay,
Yeah.
wait. Just in case you don't know the story, I did not know this, Pepper. And I guess the urban myth was that E.T. the video game killed the Atari, video game system.
The franchise.
The company, the corporation, right?
The entire platform of Atari, rumor has it, was destroyed by the E.T. game because the E.T. game was so atrocious. It's often been called, apparently, the worst game in the history of video games. And essentially, this documentary talks about it, talks about the creator of the game. Even Steven Spielberg is in the movie a little bit. And then it just talks about Atari as a whole. And it's just awesome. And another one of these myths is that it was so bad, they had millions of extra copies. People were returning copies. People were not buying copies. They had millions of E.T. video game copies. They didn't even know what to do with them. So they went to a remote garbage dump in New Mexico and buried these millions of Atari E.T. video games. And so half of the movie is about, Atari and about this E.T. game and the E.T. designer. The other half is about this expedition to actually, like Indiana Jones, unearth in this archaeological way the video games. And it's absolutely spectacular.
Well, the alleged video games, because it was all like kind of myth,
right?
That like they had so many extras.
They don't even know if the games are actually there. I should point that out.
Yeah, that was the whole like expedition. That's why all these game nerds came out to check it out. They were like, well, yeah, we've heard about this rumor that they had so many extra copies that they had to bury them. They had nothing else to do with them. And yeah, eventually spoiler alert. They found those motherfuckers.
I guess you don't have to go see that one.
It wasn't a million, though. Let's not ruin it for the
Thank
viewers.
you, Sean O'Barry. World's quickest spoiler alert.
Well, it was more like it was a box of 150 games, right?
Yeah, it wasn't even that many. It wasn't like a million. Yeah, there was they found like 150, right?
But it was. But there's a lot into it. And actually, I thought the coolest part of the movie was about the guy, Howard Shore, who created the game itself.
The game creator who went on to basically do nothing else. He was almost blacklisted from that moment on.
Right.
But meanwhile, the game itself wasn't even that bad.
It was awesome,
I actually remember the game. We had Atari 2600.
Yeah,
and I absolutely had the E.T. game. And I do remember it being incredibly hard, but not so bad, as everyone was saying. And this same guy, this Howard Shore guy, remember earlier in the movie they showed that he was the creator of Yar's Revenge. That game was awesome. You remember that game?
Yes, I do actually.
That game was about this alien space fly that had to shoot pellets and eat away at a wall and before it was insane, but it was awesome. It was a great game.
Yeah.
So the guy actually accomplished some. So I strongly encourage everyone to go check it. I think it's either on Showtime or Stars. One of your cable networks has Atari Game Over is the name of the movie. It's really good. I strongly advise it.
That Yar's Revenge. So you had one guy who created one of the best games ever. At the same time, created one of the shittiest games ever.
Yeah.
What a fucking badge of shit honor that is.
But the way I look at it is it's kind of like if you're in a band. I mean, you make some great albums early on, and then maybe later in your career you make a shitty album. I've never been one that say like, "What the hell is Roy doing? Are you building a bomb?"
He is.
No.
Yeah.
No, can you actually hear that?
Yeah, everything you fucking do.
It sounds like you have tools and you're killing someone, or you're getting your little box of Roy Schaefer torture memorabilia out.
I can't believe you can hear that. I'm actually just cleaning out my dishwasher.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Are you cleaning out your dishwasher? That's what it fucking sounds like. I just hear like doors opening and glasses moving around. Yeah, oh, what are you doing, Roy? Oh, just doing a radio show, emptying my dishwasher.
I thought I faintly heard a cat dying.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know what the noises were.
Well, he's standing on a live animal, that's for sure.
It sounded like he was maybe building a droid of some sort, like, you know, an R2-D2 type of thing. I don't know.
Just couldn't have waited fucking 4 more minutes, right? You could have emptied the dishwasher.
Hey, Bob Vila, put the tools down for 4 minutes.
Okay. All right. You got my undivided attention.
Really?
Finally.
Thanks, pal.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
Go outside, all
Pepper,
right?
What?
you're saying that you're familiar with this E.T. legend without even seeing the movie?
Yeah, it's been like this weird legend about in the world of video games and shit. I mean, I think it was also big because like people started selling copies of it on eBay for like big money because everyone thought they were all destroyed when they were dumped into that the garbage pit or whatever.
I didn't know any of this.
Yeah, well,
So
I'm not surprised, bro.
So speaking of big money, I actually sold my Salo, my Pasolini film. It was a DVD, White Ring Center. I sold it for like $2,000.
Nothing you say, I believe.
Well,
I swear to God.
I'm gonna sell this snowball mic on eBay for about $200.
I don't think so. I don't think so. No.
$2,000 for it.
No. Incorrecto.
Wait, Roy.
Now,
wait, hang on. Can Roy
no.
explain what he's talking about? You sold a DVD for $2,000? What the?
Yeah,
that's why I said
it was probably closer to $1,700 on
Okay.
eBay. It was one of these films that it's called Salo, S-A-L-O. It's an Italian film. I don't want to get into foreign films. You know, it's not really.
Well, you just got into it. So on the side note, is this the film where everyone eats their own shit?
Yeah, you've seen it.
I think he showed it to me.
That's right.
Okay.
Well, no, it's like it's a social commentary on the post World War II, the European.
It's a social commentary on what goes on in Roy Schaefer's house every Friday night. You're a sick maniac. Let's get back to Comic-Con for a second. Pepper, what are you more excited for? Batman versus Superman or Suicide Squad?
Pepper? You see there?
I see his picture.
He's there. He's just not talking to us.
That's why the camera works so much better.
Yeah, we got to get everyone to cam up next time.
Okay, there he is.
I guess. Pepper?
Ask him again. I guess he was away from his headphones.
Pepper, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. What up?
All right.
Oh, yeah, you're mad at me.
He went and took a shit.
Putting away the dishes. At least I'm listening to the show.
No, I do actually have to take a shit, so I'm getting up in the next 2 minutes.
All right, real quick. What are you more excited for? Superman versus Batman or Suicide Squad?
Superman versus Batman. Suicide Squad looks like a joke. It looks stupid as hell.
What about Jared Leto as Joker?
I don't know. I mean, we only saw one line, so I couldn't tell you. But I think the actual movie looks bad. I think Will Smith looks like a dick.
Well, yeah. I can't take Will Smith as a villain seriously. The guy's Mr. Wholesome. But also, doesn't it seem like Jared Leto is doing the Heath Ledger voice? He didn't do it like he hasn't come up with
kind of, yeah. There was a hint of that. There's a hint of Heath.
Yeah, sounded like to me he's doing the Heath Ledger thing. So I don't know. I too am way more excited. But then again, Ben Affleck, I don't know, a little cautious.
Ben Affleck as Batman shows up in Suicide Squad, right? Because they're doing the same exact thing they're doing with the Marvel movies. They're making all the fucking DC movies all interchangeable with the same actors and same characters.
So are you for that or against it?
I don't care. I mean, seriously.
That's comic book style.
Aren't they wearing masks?
You have guys show up.
They are.
You have guys show up in different fucking episodes, different comics. It's the same, makes sense to cross
Well,
over.
then let me ask you this question, Pepper, going all the way back to the beginning of the show. Why'd you have such a problem with Star Wars doing this and no problem with the comic book movies doing this?
No, the only thing I had a problem with Star Wars was that that featurette was stupid, and I didn't like it. I thought it was a waste of a shot of Comic-Con.
Well, thank you for your intelligent film analysis.
Also, honesty.
All right, I have to go poo.
All right, we're going to wrap it up anyway. This has been The Watchers with Eastside Davey Mac. Roy, put those fucking dishes down.
That's what I'm doing.
No, just stop touching them for a minute.
Let me just close out the show as a human being. Eastside Davey Mac, Chris Pepper, Stanley, Sean O'Barry, Roy Schaefer, Harder. We'll see you next month on The Watchers. 2 weeks for the Davey Mac Sports program. Good night, everybody.
Peace out.